Now, as you guys know, one of my favorite videos to do is to answer or comment to all the questions I'm asking you and the answers you provide. This is one of those videos. I think you're gonna hate me when it comes to one specific question, but hey, it's my opinion. It's my opinion. Bravo. I'm expecting the house market in the next year too. Correct. Price drop 45%, stay as is, get worse, price go up 55%. I see where you're coming from with this. I know that the housing market has been tight. There's not much new homes built. There's not much available. Most people, they are locked in a 2-3% interest rate. They wouldn't want to sell and go back to a 7.5, close to 8. But life happens. First of all, people have to move. They get jobs in different places. They need to upgrade or downgrade homes. And then I have a feeling that many bought a house just so they don't miss the train. And they bought more than they could really afford. The home prices have increased in my area here in the DC metro area about 70 to 80%, depending where you look. And I can guarantee you most people didn't get an 80% increase in the past 3 years. So I have to assume that at some point this has to burst because it's unsustainable. That's just me. I might be wishing because I was looking to buy a home and I don't see it happening with these prices. I don't think it's worth it. I don't want to go an hour away from where I work and get stuck in traffic just to be able to say I'm a homeowner, and I don't want to be house poor for sure. So if things don't change, I'm not buying. I hope this is not just me wishing. I hope that this will reflect what the actual situation is and what will happen. So prices, I hope they will drop, but most of you think they will go up. Let's see. I asked you what your credit score is, and unsurprisingly, 74% have about 740, which is incredible. And it's expected for people that watch this kind of channels and they are responsible with money and educate themselves. It's easy to assume that this is, I was expecting you to be around there, honestly. Some of you, 21%, 670 to 739, which is actually great. It's very good credit score. And only 5% have under 669, which again is to be expected. And I assume that even you guys are working towards improving your finances. My favorite vacations are in winter, 32%, summer, 68%. I talked about this in a previous video. I hate summer vacations because summer vacation is expensive. It's overrated. And the return on spend is terrible. Not only because it's expensive, but the experience you're getting when everything is overcrowded, when stuff is exhausted and they're not giving you the attention you need. It's just, I hate going somewhere in the summer and in every major holiday. I don't like to go when everybody's going. I typically go right after because that's when I get the best value, not only in pricing, but also experience. Not much crowd and get all the attention from the staff. But that's just me. My guilty pleasure is travel, unsurprisingly 61%. That's by far the first, but the second is the most funny one because I say I can't talk about it and there's a picture here. And you guys, 19%, like almost 1 in 5, you said, yeah, guilty pleasures here. And then watches, 11%, cars, 10%, fine. Investing with points, only 37% of you do that. And most of you, 63%, don't do that. And I have to say that now that my financial standing is much better, I only use points for travel. But there was a time where I used points to get out of credit card debt, funny enough. So yes, I used it. I guess that's an investment, no? Like I used it to pay off debt, which helped me with my credit score, which helped me with my finances. So I guess it was some sort of investment. But I haven't really invested to make money. It was to pay off debt. And now that I don't need to do that, I use it all for travel, so I'm with the majority on this one. When traveling, I'm typically paying cash for flights, 46%, hotels, 54%. I'm somewhere in between. Typically, I like to go where Hyatts are. I pay with points because I get the best value. 1.7 is the worst I ever got, and that's in downtown Manhattan, New York. But most of the times, I get 2.5, 3.5 cents per point. So I typically pay with points when I go to Hyatt. If it's not a Hyatt, then I'm paying with cash because that's the best way to do it. And I get typically whatever hotel is the best price and the best location. In flights, it depends. Sometimes it's really worth it to spend points for flights. But I find myself most of the time spending it on Hyatt. So, I mean, my Amex points were typically going only for flights. I can tell you this much. Now that I lost them, I need to build them again, and that would go towards flights. When it comes to hotels, I prefer all-inclusive resorts, 28%, just a good deal, 72%. I'm just a good deal guy, 72%. And even when I'm looking for a more premium experience, I much rather pay, even with points. Like I go to Costa Rica to Andes, and I pay with points, and then I pay, everything is a la carte, so I have to pay for all the food and drinks, and I enjoy it. The stuff is amazing, the food is amazing, and I enjoy it. All inclusives, my experience tells me that it's overrated. Yes, free drinks, yes, free food, but the quality is typically mediocre to bad. The service is mediocre to bad, and whenever I hear people that had a great experience, they told me how much they paid and I couldn't believe my ears. So I would never do that. I'm all about, paying for the experience if I have to, otherwise get the cheapest deal and get done with it. If I had to eat one cuisine for the rest of my life, I would choose American 21%, Chinese 26%, Greek 19%, Italian 35%. Obviously, Greek for me is just food. Italian is incredible. That's also almost like food for me. It's not, I never thought, let's go to an Italian restaurant. It was, let's go to a restaurant and they have everything. And then American has been food nowadays for me. Chinese, I adore. So yeah, I love all of them. Italian and Greek for me is the same thing. And then American now. Freaking love a burger. Now here's where you're gonna guys hate me, and I'm sorry in advance. The changes in Amex Platinum where needed are positive 31%, where unnecessary negative 69%. Many of you commented how you're pissed with American Express because we talked about this in video about all these changes, how they increased the spending requirement to hit the sign-up bonus. They increase the prices to get authorized users on your name, on your card. How you might not be able to get a sign-up bonus if you already had whatever platinum. So if you had, before you had the platinum vanilla version, if you got the Charles Schwab, then maybe you would be able to get the sign-up bonus. That might still be the case, but there's a good chance that it's a 50-50 right now. Nobody has tried it, that you won't be able to do that. And many of you that commented said that you hate this because you have 5 authorized users, 3, 5, 4, 6 authorized users, and you hate it because it messes up your game. Yes, that game was great for you. You were getting all the points. All the people were getting access to the lounges, all the benefits, all the status in hotels. And that was amazing for you with just about $1,000 for 6 people. You were living the life, but for most people, this was just diluting the experience. If I'm a business traveler and I want to go into a lounge, I do it because I want to avoid people. I don't want to wait an hour to get into a lounge and then everything is depleted. Like the lounges don't have food, they don't have the drinks, and yeah. And typically those lounges are far anyway, so I'm typically not going. But yeah, that's why I'm not really jumping into a platinum again after I had all the Amex closure. I got my Business Plus back in my collection because that's 2x on everything. No fuss, no gimmick card. It's just straight 2x on everything. But I'm not looking forward to jump into a Platinum until I see the effect that these changes have on the Platinum and what that does to the lounges and all the crowd lounges, and everything is diluted to me. Like, for me, this is a premium card. It's supposed to be, and it's just too easy to get. And if it's too easy to get, that means I don't want it. That's just me. Sorry. The best luxury hotel credit card, 66%, the Hilton Aspire, 25%, the Ritz-Carlton, the Marriott Brilliant, only 9%. That's very surprising to me. Now, the Hilton Aspire is completely out of the league of most credit cards, or all credit cards, actually. We've done the numbers multiple times. We compared it to everything, and it always comes on top. It has just about under 10% return on spend every year. But the Ritz-Carlton is a credit card that offers, that was your comment. You commented that you like this credit card because it has unlimited authorized users, and that offers unlimited lounge access to Priority Pass with restaurants, and that offers a credit to TSA pre and global entry to all authorized users. So, okay, I think most people that will jump from the boat of American Express Platinum will go on to the Ritz-Carlton for the same reasons. And I think that's going to probably bring down the experience on this card in the future. If I was a real traveler, like a business traveler, or I was just traveling for fun all the time, I would still go with the Brilliant if I was a Marriott loyalist, because the Brilliant has not only better multipliers for Marriott, but also has the Platinum status, which, according to you and your comments, you commented how about 80% of your travels, you get some kind of upgrade, even to suites, which is incredible. If you think the price difference between a normal room and a suite, it's huge, and it more than covers the difference between the $650 and the $450 annual fee between these two credit cards, the Ritz-Carlton and the Marriott Brilliant, which I think if I was a Marriott loyalist and traveling all the time, I would still get the Brilliant. The Ritz-Carlton is an excellent credit card. We did the numbers. It has about 2 percentage points over the Brilliant, the way we do the calculations, and that's for average people. But for a true traveler, I would still go to the Brilliant. Hilton Aspire, we should stop even mentioning it because it's really messing up the competition. It's like different league altogether. Last but not least, I asked you about the best aluminum carry-on, and most of you said 43%, the Rimowa, Tumi 26%, Away 15%, and Monos was the other. Most of you that commented on the other, that 15% was about Monos. I checked the Monos, but I also saw that yes, it's aluminum frame, but the surfaces are really plastic. They're not aluminum, so they're not the same quality as the Tumi, the Away, and the Rimowa. The Rimowa is a luxury product, $1,400. Tumi about $1,200, and the Away is like $650 nowadays, and that's without tax. So add tax on top of that. They're expensive. But that's all for today, guys. Let me know what you think, especially when it comes to the American Express changes on the Platinum. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, ciao.